Hello. Hello from Glazing Waxing World. I'm Amy the Potter, and we got some high action for you tonight. Right now, I'm just sanding the bottom of these mugs as gently and dustlessly as possible, minimizing the dust action. And I have these all prepared now to be waxed. I'm just going to do them. Then I'm going to be glazing all these insides. You'll get to see that. That's the high action. And then the meditative, it's all meditative, but the waxing. So I do two at a time. And I am going to position this so it's facing me. It's a flat bottom. I'm going to gently, at like a gentle angle, exhale, set the bottom of this down into the wax bath. Gently settle it down to me and right back out. And then I'll just shake off a little and kind of roll it a little. And that's it. And that's good enough for me. So, and I'll let this one kind of cool. So they're already glazed on the inside. That's what I do, is I glaze them on the inside first. And that does this really cool thing of cooling down the clay and putting moisture in the clay. So when I wax it in hot wax, it cools much more quickly than if it was just green and it didn't have the glaze inside. So now I can confidently, easily put this down on the board and know it's not going to stick because the moisture and the coolness of the glaze cools that wax down fast. So it's really, really good to glaze inside, then wax. That's called a tip. So here's something. I'm having a moment, a teachable moment. Inside, I have glazed the inside, but missed a little spot right there. Can you see that?
They can.
And so a great place to find the perfect stuff to patch up a little bit of missing glaze is like the edge of if you're using a bucket of glaze, can you see me from there? The inside or the outside. There's usually some thick glaze on the inside of the bucket, somewhere like that. And then just kind of dab it on. Just dab it on and fix that little spot. Exactly. So, just a little tip, just because it happened to happen. Okay. Now, I think we're getting to, oh no high action yet. I'm going to finish up this wax. Feet to waxing.
Have those feet been sanded?
Yes, I did all of these.
Turn around and you were. Hand them off to me.
Yeah, they'll go over there in their respective places.
Yes, ma'am.
And these ones too. I should have done that. I forgot. I forgot the system. I'll give them to you. So we're waxing, we're glazing, we're getting the pots ready. We're waxing, we're glazing, we're getting the pots ready. Right, Neems? Me and Neems, we sing all the time when the camera's not on. Actually, we usually turn the voice memos on. We've got albums full. We're pretty much famous, but nobody knows us yet.
We're famous.
Feel how heavy those are? Those were the first ones that I was learning that on.
That's a big boy.
Okay.
This is going to have good heat retention. That's what I'm talking about.
Now I'm just going to do, I always, at least a little bit, try to make sure there's nothing inside the pot before you glaze it. Exhaling and turning it. And then after I pass where I started, I just go backwards. I just turn it backwards. These are vases. Oh, yeah, this one goes here. And here's another one.
Your booty's covered in glaze dust.
A chisel, chisel. That's a classic. I have to send that to the kids. Okay, with a bottle shape like this, I just pour it in probably about halfway. Swishy, swishy. And then again, exhale and turn it out all the way. Go past where you started, and then you can back it out on the way out. That just makes it, when you go backwards, it tends to pick up any drips. So you tend to not have drips of glaze to clean up, or not as many, or not as big. Okay, here's the big show. Here we go. So I have my pots arranged. What? Hey. So I have my pots arranged from big-ish to small, and then I have smaller ones in the back, coming back. And all the handles are facing in a way where I can easily pick that mug up when it comes to its time. So I'm going to just do a little bit more rearranging here. These ones look very large. Got to be so strategic around here. Okay. So yeah, something to always be mindful of is if a pottery wearboard is hanging off the surface, just make sure it can handle the pressure that it might have put on it. It's very easy. I think it's called like potter's balance or something like that. Like we forget about things being off center sometimes. Okay, now before I do this, I'm going to look. I could have done wrong, but I did not. I caught myself. So I have to go through all these pots and check the inside, make sure there's no schmutz. That's the word of the week in the pottery studio is schmutz. What's wrong? You got to make sure. You don't want to pour glaze into schmutz. You really don't. So any schmutz goes back into Schmutzland. That's another word for a garbage can. Schmutzland. Schmutzenhausen. It's a Schmutzenhausen. Okay. Okay. Name is actually the extrovert. You should have one of these in. Do they both have a microphone? Did you check all these little guys? Okay, I gotta get that guy. Yeah, that had a little one. Okay, so now the checks have been complete. No issues found. Okay, so here we go. Exhaling as I pour. Little angle. Maximum. This one's maximum. That one's crazy. Hold on. I turn it and back it off. Now, I know that this is like maximum capacity now, so I'm going to go kind of speedy and pour it kind of fast because I know there's a lot in there. So I'm just pouring it fast because I have lots of time to get around. This is the getting around. And so for the getting around part, you can go a little more horizontal. Oops, I think I just got a little. So whenever I get a little thing, I put it somewhere special. So I'll find it later. What? Okay. Okay. I'm going to go into my meditation now, and you can just follow along, kids. Oh, there's thick on both sides. Okay. Gotta keep going along at a clip. I don't want to leave the glaze sitting in that mug for too long. Okay. Sometime I should count because I think that there is kind of like a limit at some point. You just can't do it anymore. I mean, definitely the going to smaller is really helpful because you can keep going for a while. Whenever I have a little drip, little mistake that I notice, I face it towards me. So wherever I put it down, that drip is facing me. So I'll see it to clean it after. Next time I pick it up. The exhale is really important, and I know that people aren't doing it. I'm like telling you to do it, and you're not doing it. Because you don't want to look silly like me. Hey. Okay, here we go. Going into these little teacups. Uh-oh, that was good timing. So that was fun, Neems. I'm just gonna dump this straight out and then go around the rim with that. Because it's crazy. Okay, so where I'm at here, I'll get all these kind of big-ish ones. This one, okay, and oh yeah, nice. 20 years ago. In your pocket. Okay, so I think these ones are kind of hard to pour into each other. Some shapes just don't work, like those flowery shapes. So maybe after that I'll do some of those faceted mugs. Yeah, sure. You're the cinematographer, my friend. You could also probably zoom in, right? I don't know. Okay. We're gonna see how this goes. I lost my grip. So I'll put that facing me so I won't lose track of that. Oh, I didn't totally look through these. So now, because I didn't check them for schmutz, I'm going to have to be doing that right now on site, on location. Actually, it's too much for this shape. I can't go in from one to the next.
Let's hold on for a second. Let's check the schmutz.
Oh, good idea. You're keeping me honest. Let me fix this one. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So we gotta Should we put the camera like on a tripod somewhere else, like facing me? Or just try to be like this, right? Just try to maintain my angle. You gotta get in there, Neems. Okay, so yeah, that's a good idea, Neems. That's a really good idea. Oh my gosh, what a guy. You're thinking. I could tell you're thinking.
Just gonna make sure you don't knock this thing over.
Neem is a physicist. Neem is a physicist, and I am on the artistic spectrum. We both are on the artistic spectrum.
Amy's definitely on the artistic spectrum.
And I worked hard to get there. Seriously.
So just remember, I know you gotta do what you gotta do.
Look at this one, Neems.
Holy sh! Show that to the people.
Okay, I just found this. This is a blatant oversight. As an earlier, my past self was having a moment when this guy came around. Yeah, that one has like a big thing. So actually, this is actually a nice tool. Actually, I'm gonna try that first. See if I can just break it off. Yeah, to see if I can break it off exactly. I don't know if can they see me?
Yeah, they can see it, dude.
I love this tool for glazing. Actually, I just happen to have it right here, and I was like, hey, that would probably work better than sandpaper. Oh, really? Why not? They didn't like it? Oh. Okay. Well, just to say for everyone, I think everybody is part of every spectrum. So I'm into spectrums. And and it really was hard for me to become an artist. Okay. Well, hard for anybody, right? Just like you gotta take a chance on something really strange.
You gotta be pretty artistic.
You gotta be at least a little. And also,
hopefully, if you're an artist, you are on the artistic spectrum.
yeah, yeah. Well, everybody is. So let me see if I can do these into each other. No, it just makes a mess. There's something about the shape, just like not easy. Okay, back into the bucket. It's okay.
The bucket's easier.
It's just like one at a time instead of, and that's how those other ones are too. And it's just the way it
With
is.
your head, if you don't see
Okay, okay,
you
okay.
make it look.
Okay, okay. Here, I can have new habits. It's probably going to be good for me, for my body. So,
Amy dancing.
we're dancing. We're doing it. We're going to find a new way. Oh yeah, okay. So remember the camera, Amy. Remember the camera.
Don't be so crazy.
Don't just do your own thing. Show the people what you're doing. Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go out and around. There goes my head. Is that what you said? Oh, did my head go in? No, no, no. Really? Okay, okay. Oh, there goes my head. Okay, here we go. Halfway. Let's try halfway. Exhale. How's my head? Oh my God. Okay, okay. Wait. I'm dancing. We're gonna find it, and then you're gonna be like that way. Do it like that. I'm glazing. I'm moving my head. Okay. What if I'm over here? But then you can't see what I'm doing. Can you? Can you see what I'm doing? Okay. Is this better? Check it out.
Wow, that was perfect.
No head?
You watch these videos, you have like a little dance you do with your head. It's like a.
That's what you do with pottery too, like on the wheel, like my head's always moving. That's part of my artistic spectrum. Um,
Oh my god. Everyone, I love this woman. She's ridiculous. I can't see your face because we're looking down into the bucket.
okay, good. I bet that had no head at all. I was like leaning all the way out here.
That was no head at all.
I did it on purpose. I call it the lean.
Cheryl and Rachel.
Hey friends. Cheryl? Cheryl who? Oh, Cheryl's in the house. Cheryl. She's my queen. She's my Facebook Live
Oh yeah, they're always there.
fan. She's always there.
Rachel,
Yeah.
Alchemy.
Oh, Rochelle. Rochelle.
Sorry.
Rochelle is like my Facebook angel.
Oh, wow.
Hi. Yep. She is one of the most loving commenters ever.
You got some of your biggest fans right now.
Or yeah, I don't know if I can call them my fans, but people who I absolutely appreciate and love, and who I receive a lot of love. I receive a lot of love from them both, and attention and affection. Isn't it nice when people can share love and attention and affection? We're not really trained to, but I'm not. Yeah, you're from a different family. You guys are more affectionate. What do you think?
Oh my god, overly affectionate.
Too
much.
So I think I made some of these with reclaim. I can see that here come the chunks.
Oh my god.
Here come the chunks. It's okay.
Cheryl O'Brien put a comment. She said, "Hi, I'm
Hi.
an artist with electrical engineering spectrum. Quit corporate world last year. That's pretty cool.
Hey, nice.
That's going around these days.
Ooh, yeah, it isn't it?
Yep.
Quit your day job. Nima's, ooh, hey. Hey. Nima's helping me in this. No, I know. Thanks for that. That was good. Yeah. Aha. Okay, I'll tell you. So I fired a cone 6 in the electric kiln, and this liner glaze I use is straight out of the book called Mastering Cone 6 glazes, and it's like Ron Roy's medium clear or something like that. It's like the simplest, most basic glaze, and it's just been great for me, and I love it. And it's called Mastering Cone 6 Glazes. I'll find out the actual name of it, but it's fired for me on two different clay bodies really well, and does well at like the high end of 6, or the low end of 6 and the high end of 7, I'd say, because that's usually around where I fire, is to cone 7, cone 6, cone 7 ish. Okay, so I'm gonna clean all these guys up here.
Lucina Haberman.
Amy Haberman. That name is really familiar.
Yeah, they're here watching you.
Hi, Amy. How do we know each other? Some people don't listen, just watching. So, or they're like, don't engage with me. That's not what I came here for. So anyway, everybody's welcome to share as much as they'd like and as little as they'd like. Yeah. No, we don't take anything personally around here unless you want us to, and just let us know if we should. So,
we're here to entertain you.
Next step here for me. Oh, we gotta move back names. Should I do some more glazing? Yeah, I'll glaze some more. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way.
You see, look what I did to your lip right there.
My lip. Uh-oh. That's okay. Right there?
Yeah,
that's gonna get dipped into glaze. Don't worry about it.
That's no problem?
No problem at all.
Are you sure?
Positive. It's not.
Are you sure?
Totally.
Oh my God.
I know.
Too Virgo over here, then.
Luckily, I have a Virgo scientist.
Amy knows you from Nia, Amy. Amy?
Oh, yeah. Is it Amy who's friends with like Cody and that whole friend group? I think that's that Amy who did the white belt and everything. Is that right? I think that's right.
But she says she's enjoying watching your work.
Aw, thank you.
We really love this support. It's really nice.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna.
One of the things that Amy said was difficult was being interacting with humans.
No, that's not true.
Did you say you want to be interacting with humans, helping them,
It's
the world?
it's not true that it's difficult for me to be alone, not interacting with humans. Actually, I love that. I love that. I love it. But this is like a new era for me with pottery, and I like the idea that I can teach a lot easily. And I actually want to be famous. I want to be famous, and this is the most famous I ever felt was through pottery, so I figured go with that.
Amy mentioned that it was through Cody that she met you.
Yes. Okay. Amy, if you're still listening, do you still live in Eugene? Oh, wait. I'll do this first. Think about what you're doing. So I stir this up a little bit. What? That's my question. Does Amy still live in Eugene? I remember she was living with Cody for a little while. It's been a long time. It was since her birthday in 2020, actually, when I got a dental cleaning from her.
Oh my God, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been too long. Did Amy say that she's living with Cody still, or?
Nope, she's not. She's in Hillsboro.
Hillsboro. Oh, back up in the hills.
Back in the city.
Yeah. Are you still doing Nia?
Hillsboro is as far as the state. Kind of close to stuff, but still in the city. I love the coastal range out there.
Do you think they can hear you? The Siri was able to before, right?
Oh, yeah.
Some of these, they just make such a mess to do the turning thing with. It's like every single time it gets all over the handle, so it doesn't seems like there's got to be a better way. I don't like having to do all this cleaning. I'm lazy, and I don't like to do a lot of extra cleaning. Yeah. I pray to the God of efficiency.
Pray to the God of efficiency.
I'll just say God. God, goddess, I think of it as the same thing. When you're spiritual, I think you're beyond gender. I don't know either, but
Goddess, God.
I think of spirit as the whole thing all together.
It's spirit. You don't even call it God.
Well, I think of it as the same thing. Yeah, spirit. I don't call it God. You're right. I don't call it God, but I like to say the God of efficiency instead of like the spirit of efficiency or efficiency spirit. Maybe I pray to the efficiency fairy. What's going on over there? I mean,
I'm seeing in the bottom of your thing. So Amy is saying that yes, she's still doing Nia.
nice. With?
She loved reading your book.
You did?
Yeah.
Tell me more. What did you love about it?
Oh my gosh, she wants to talk about all night long.
Well, actually, what I would do when somebody dares to tell me that they like the book, then I turn into a beggar and I beg people to leave reviews. So, Amy, have you already left a review, or would you be willing to say even one little nice thing about it in public on social media and like to post it on Amazon or something, or this is my podcast. No, that's what Jess said. He doesn't like it. It's not linear enough. We wander too much. It's just the art kind of. I think it's fun, but
Yeah, so you two are just like, yeah, I kind of can see where it's coming from.
okay. So we want to know from everybody honestly. Do you like the book? If not, tell me that you don't, or you don't have to. But with the podcast, Big Love Hug. If you've ever watched that, listened or watched, it's on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's
Anyway, if you have some criticism about Big Love Hug, please tell me. That's what I'm saying. It would be like getting a big love hug for somebody because I really am grateful to Jesse that he said that. We should try to be a little more linear and see what happens. Maybe it'd be like 20 times as good.
yeah, maybe if you had like thought of what you're gonna talk about. And
Yeah, like make an outline or a script. Holy moly. I think we're beyond scripts, but outline.
Beyond it or you're below
I have notes now. I go in with some notes, like the bullet points that I want to be sure that we talk about.
Oh yeah.
That's better than nothing. I just started that.
I got wax on my shoes.
And I need to dance.
Amy's gone, maybe.
Oh, that's all right. People come and go on social media. That's just the way it is. We cannot get our feelings hurt about these things. The request? Oh, maybe she like ran to do it right now. She's like, oh my God, I can't wait. I'm gonna go review that book. Oh my God, and tell everyone. You know, if I loved a book, well, go ahead.
Use this full shelf. Is there
It,
a reason why
it's getting there.
to the front though?
Oh no, because I was just doing it. Yeah, you can start stacking that more efficiently. Thanks, Neems. Good thinking. Yeah, that was inevitable, but had not yet happened. Okay, so we're gonna go into. I'll do some more. I'll just max it out here with the glazing and waxing, and then we'll be done for the night.
Glazing and waxing.
Glazing and waxing and glazing and waxing. Waxing and glazing and waxing and glazing. So I'll do the rest of these tomorrow. Still a lot to go. I'm just doing it a gentle clip, a relaxed pace. What do you think? Do we got any questions out there from Watcherland? There are some people here? Can you tell who it is?
Well, Sherry Theben.
Sherry, Woosh Woogie. From Nia. Hi, Sherry. Is she really here? Is it really you? Could it be?
Oh, and Amy says, I'm trying to remember the way you clarified wants and boundaries. Such good communication. Was that the
Boundaries, fears, and desires.
Oh, that wasn't the open set.
No, I think that what you're talking about is called boundaries, fears, and desires. Thanks for bringing it up. Good topic for the podcast. So, boundaries, fears, and desires is a great conversation to have anytime anybody, I'll say, is going into an intimate situation. Now, you don't have to have it all the time, or you don't have to have it ever. But if Nima and I were to have that conversation tonight, if we were to lay down and say we'd like to be intimate, and it's okay, I'll deal with it. And we had the boundaries, fears, and desires conversation, it would create a sexy vibe, and we would both be much more likely to get what we wanted, because it's a very easy game to play and a very simple communication structure to communicate how you're feeling, where your vulnerability is, what you would like, your wishes. These are things we usually don't talk about. And boundaries, fears, and desires kind of gets it all out on the table. And it's sexy to communicate about what you'd like. And it's sexy to know what the other person's boundary is, because a boundary it inspires creativity, and it creates respect, mutual respect between people. So it's actually a very important and beautiful thing, and I'm so glad you asked about it. And if you have other questions, let me know. Oh, I thought she said she didn't. Well, because she said something like, will you read her comment again? Wants and desires.
She's trying to remember.
Yeah. So I was reminding and teaching. I was using it as a wisdom from the wheel. Oh, Neems, you're like a little wild with the dust here. Yeah. So it's really like when I wax, remember how we had it up on the thing? I'm not wax, when I sand. It's like right there at the thing. There's no distance between the pot and the garbage can. So sorry. Yeah, that's why we should bring this up. So here, look. Let's not use that. That's my like precious expensive wax. So I'm gonna we're gonna use something else. I'm gonna move this. Hold on. I'm working it out for you here. I'm getting you all set up. Sorry. I snapped at you, names. I did. I know I did. I was stressing when you were sanding that handle. Okay. See? Now I set a boundary. That was so cool. It happened right there in the moment. I set a boundary. Oh wait, I'm doing the wrong thing here. Okay. Here. Okay. This is better. This is better for both of us. Okay. So anyway, whew. I set a boundary because I really desire there to be as little dust in the air as possible. That's why one of the reasons I stopped doing pottery is because the environment is so dusty and I do not want to wear a mask all the time. And I'm sure everybody can empathize with that. I was one of the big mask wearers for COVID, but gosh, it really gets so intense. Isn't it, James? Are you upset that okay. Sorry, I kind of snapped. But I gotta let the listeners know. That's really good for me to be able to do that. Because all my life I held that kind of stuff in and I didn't let myself react. But Neems, that was a little snippy, I think.
That's okay.
It was.
You asked me not to make a death.
Yeah. Yeah. It just, it kind of freaks me out. I'm I'm calling PTSD on this one. I see the dust in the air and I freak out. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Neems. Are you sure? We're working our relationship stuff out here on the podcast. I feel bad. It was intense. I was intense. I barked. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm gonna fix it, names. I'm gonna fix it. Okay, don't worry. All right. Okay, this one's questionable down there. This one I like patched it, but I never like went back and like cleaned it up. See how like on the very, very bottom, on the very, very bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, see?
You got three?
No, well, maybe it did at one point. Yeah, I patched it. Exactly. I saved this cup. But now I've got a funky bottom. Are you sure you're okay, Neems? I feel bad. All right. All right, I love you. We really love each other a lot. But sometimes I could be a little feisty, turns out. I gotta own my feistiness. As a woman, I must. I simply can't tolerate certain things. All right, so with Nima out of the room, I would like to invite people to comment if they have any questions or comments, and I will from time to time step behind the camera and like in a moment after I have these glazed on the inside, I'm going to move to waxing. I'm gonna say that in January, I'm gonna start teaching every other month. I'm gonna run a 4-week program called Pleasure Boot Camp. And we're going to be practicing seeking pleasure all the time. And it has just been, because I'm also a Nia teacher, it has just been my practice since I started doing Nia. But I'm going to teach like a coaching, run a coaching group. So I was reminded of it because I kind of automatically, sometimes if I'm not talking, hopefully from now on when I am talking, normally just kind of dance and move. I'm seeking pleasure, consciously seeking pleasure. And so I just kind of have a little flash of that. Okay, now's the time when I'm going to come and see what people might have to say. I'm coming around the mountain. Try to remember the way you clarified wants and boundaries. Such good communication. Hillsboro. Yes. Aw. All right, I'm going to move this now. Oh, sorry if it's a really loud noise. Sometimes when you move these things, it's a really loud noise. Okay, so here we are. And I don't think it needs to be that far. Let's see here. I think that might be a little nicer. Okay, so I'm going to wax all these. And this is what Nemo was talking about before. So I like to have this really close to the where I'm doing the sanding. So any dust just goes right into garbage. I think you could see this. So, let's see here. Just gonna kind of check out the pot a little bit, but I'm mostly concerned with the feet now. So I'll go ahead and do a row. That way I can kind of keep track of it. Just this whole front row. Just gently sanding the bottoms before I wax them. This is my last chance to sand the bottoms, and the cool thing about doing it is that at every stage, what I think as a general rule, this is true. It may not be true for everything, but as a general rule, I think it's true that doing something now with pottery, wherever you are at the process, not when the pot's totally wet, but sometimes, yes. Okay, so doing the thing now saves you time doing the same thing later. That's my little what do you call it? Maxim theory, my little pottery Cohen. Doing it now saves you time doing it later. So basically, I'm going to wax this, and then I can't sand this again until after the pot's fired, at which time sanding it will take a lot of energy, because it's hard and it's been fired, and there could be issues with having it have glaze on it. Okay, so I'm going to clean up these pots as best I can before I wax them and put them on the shelf where they will be sitting with other sisters and brothers and cousins of the same. So I put them now from here onto the shelf. That one is going to drip dry while I do this one. And then I'm going to walk it over to the shelf with the similar ones, which I'll show that later. Okay. Okay, so I know this whole front row is, these ones I roll because they have a open foot, a trimmed foot. My mugs usually have flat bottoms, but these teacups I trimmed. How industrious of me. Usually I cheat and I just go for the flat bottom. Easy. I think I've said this before, but the way that I do it is I set the back in, exhale it to the front and out. This one, and I also think I said this before, but I'll say it again, that glazing the inside first cools down the pot so the wax dries faster and the pots don't stick to your wooden shelves. If you use wooden shelves or whatever surface you put them on, they're probably going to tend to stick if the wax is really hot. And I'm using beeswax now. That's actually kind of a low temperature, which is nice compared to paraffin, which is a little bit higher. And it's only because I couldn't get paraffin at the store today. So I had to use some candles. This is just a little bit of the clear glaze that's on the outside of the mugs, and it's very inconsequential. It really won't do anything. It looks like a mess, but it really isn't. Let's see here. Back to front and back out the same way. It's like about like a whatever 10, 20-degree angle. I think I could do one more here. Might as well take 3. Oh wait, that one's not done. Ah, this one. Oh, see, I just came up with a new thing. More efficient. Take 3. Fewer trips. Okay. And these flat bottoms. And then as soon as I feel any little body thing happening, then all of a sudden I remember like, oh yeah, seek pleasure. It's such a great practice. I highly, highly recommend it. Seeking pleasure all the time in everything you do. It's a hack. It's a life hack. Okay, let me get the next row set up here. I'm going to come check and see if anybody asks a question. Let's see here. Oh, Shar's here. Hi, Shar. This is the POTcast. If you have anything wise you'd like to add to the collective unconscious who might just stumble upon this video. Okay. I have waxed the inside of these pots for any newer viewers. I have glazed. I always say the wrong thing on here. I'm keeping you on your toes. So the insides are glazed. And now I am sanding the bottoms and preparing them to be waxed. And that will keep them from getting stuck to the kiln shelf and keep them from getting any glaze on them forevermore. Me and Nima had a little relationship thing. Yeah? Are you listening? He doesn't want me to talk about it, but I was going to talk about this, that I like really, really feel sensitive about the dust. So I'm like inside the garbage can when I'm sanding. So hopefully that's where it all goes. But it was really nice when he was in here helping. He likes doing this. He's really good. He's better than I am at quality control because he's a Virgo. Did you hear that? Are you watching in there? Are you my one fan? I'm just waxing this front row. No, I'm not. I'm not waxing it. I'm sanding it. And then I'm gonna wax it. I got waxing on my mind. Ooh, big bloop. And then all of a sudden my body starts talking to me. It's time to dance. Oh my gosh, anybody who works in the studio, we gotta free up our bodies. I did something that I never really did before, which was I stepped in with some strong advice on Instagram. There was this woman who was making some carved something or others, mugs or something. And she was talking about her hand cramps and how, her hands were cramping, but still she had to press on or whatever, she was just complaining that whatever work she was doing was hurting her. And I was like, oh my God, pay attention to that right now. Don't even joke about it. Because other people were like, we love you for it. And I was like, no, nobody should be doing something that's hurting them. Learn to dance in the studio. Learn to move your body. Learn to seek pleasure in every move. I'll go ahead and be more extreme now about that just to show it how I often am when I'm alone. Let's see here. I'll exaggerate my seeking pleasure for you guys. So it's like everything we do is like an opportunity. It's like a yoga move. It's kind of like chair pose here, right? I'm gonna put that in here. I'm like in my legs and in my feet. Exhaling down. I can get a little just lower back stretch. It's so great. I'll do it again on this side, just checking. Going down and out. I get a moment to stretch. I don't know if you could hear that, but that was my back popping. So amazing. Okay. It's so important, and we don't need a yoga practice. We already have this physical practice of pottery. We're already doing it, so we can play with our stances and just seek pleasure. And that's all we need to do to be like doing yoga, basically. Self-healing through mindful presence in the body. That's it. Okay. You can probably hear me making sounds as I put things away on the shelf. Here we go. A little yoga, a little stretch. Turning it into a little dance. Exhaling down. Take the pot out. Get a little stretch. It's just the best. It's just the best. In Nia, we call it dancing through life. You just turn your life into your Nia experience, basically, and you just don't stop doing that thing of seeking pleasure. You just keep on seeking pleasure. Dancing through life. When I was in college, before I'd ever heard of Nia, I took a dance class, and it changed my whole everything. It changed my everything. With this woman named Cheryl Cutler. Anybody from Wesleyan may have taken intro dance with Cheryl Cutler. She was the bomb. So inspiring, so amazing. I had so many moments that were just really ecstatic in that class. It was a year-long dance class, intro to dance, open to everyone. And it was just so freeing and so beautiful. And when I discovered that class and was discovering myself through dance and through that class, I decided to just wear a Walkman. I had a little whatever Sony Walkman from my dad, and he worked for Sony. And I would say I was dancing through life because I would just dance from place to place. And it was so fun and I was so into it. And so I took that on as a thing of my own when I was in my teens, dancing through life. Teens, yeah. And maybe maybe I was 20. And then in Nia, it was a principle. And that kept happening to me with Nia. It was like so many of the things that had come up for myself were like principles of Nia. So cool. Okay, just gonna take these out. So yeah, dancing through life. For those of you who are geeks, want to know, it's near white belt principle number 5, awareness, part of the awareness principle. So much gratitude for Nia. So another thing that I do here as I'm sanding is I'm blowing. Encouraging any dust to definitely go down into the garbage. Silica dust is like no joke, and it's very fine, and it like if it's in the air, it doesn't like settle very easily. It stays in the air for a long time. So I'm just really, really really sensitive. I really want a dust-free environment. But I think we're going to put a HEPA filter in here. Oh yeah, that's so awesome. I think that'll help a lot. I've never had that in my studio. Okay. I do feel bad about what I said about Nina before. Not about him, but my energy. Okay, almost done with all these things. And then I'm done for the night. I have no idea what time it is. It could be like 8 or 11. Okay. I like putting this dripping one over the garbage can, so then any drips just go in the garbage can. Okay, I think, let's see here. I think I'll leave these out here for now. Yeah, it would be better if I could see if anybody was saying anything. Let's see. Oh, Denise is here. Hi, Denise. Aw, we talked about having a lesson long ago. I wonder how you're doing. I know you've had some experiences. If you're listening, if you're watching. This could be a little warmer. Let me see here. Okay. when it's kind of like speckly like that on the bottom. I don't like that. I like it to be much more clean. Yeah, because that means that certain parts aren't getting waxed. I hope that hasn't been the case all the way through. Yeah, that's better. Oh, wow. Okay, a lot of wax. The kiln's gonna smell good though when it's burning off. Better than paraffin. Hi, Denise. Hi. How are you? What are you working on these days? And do you ever do this kind of thing? Like, I think you post pictures. Definitely you post pictures. Denise is a potter nearby and a friend, a dear friend. Hmm. All right. Let's see here. Hmm. Denise, if you ever want to go live together, um, if you're working in your studio and you can set up a camera or something, um, we can do that. You can be a guest on my podcast. We could see what you're doing in your studio. That's a good idea. I should start interviewing other potters in their studios and like learning from them and seeing their process. That's such a good idea. Denise inspired that. All right, just a couple more, everyone. Then I'm gonna show you what we've done tonight and sign off. And if you happen to be a potter watching this at any point, and that sounds interesting to you, to come on and be a guest on my podcast and show us something that you're doing in your studio, let me know and maybe we can connect. I just got back from an IFS healing retreat in Maui, so it's time to gear up for HM. Now it's time, I bet you mean. Yes, yes, that's so cool. IFS, Internal Family Systems Healing Retreat in Maui. Cool. I love Maui. Was it amazing? Did you love the facilitators? Um, love to hear more about it. IFS, cool. Parts work. I like that a lot. I just implicitly use it. It's always what I'm thinking about. A part of me is this, a part of me is that. It was beyond amazing. Yay. Well, if you're ever in your studio and you want to do a little live thing with me, that would be really, really fun. It can help me kind of practice my new, uh-oh, part of wisdom from the wheel, wisdom from other wheels and other lands, wisdom from the studios everywhere. Okay, I think I just did my last one. So, here's what we did tonight. We, let's see here, did those two vases. We glazed almost all those mugs and glazed and waxed. And then almost all those mugs, not the bowls on the bottom, but all that is all done. Not done, but prepared. So I always do the insides of everything. And on the bowls, I'll prepare them soon. I'll do the rest of my mugs tomorrow. So here, I'll show you one more thing. This is what still needs to be done here. Ooh, oh, let me see. So yeah, everything on that shelf still needs to be glazed. And then those bowls down there on the bottom. So yeah, I'll be doing the rest of these mugs tomorrow and then probably starting on the bowls after that. Or maybe I'll get a chance to do both tomorrow. But thank you to everybody who has watched. I can't believe it. If you watched all the way to the end, please definitely leave me a comment and let me know what you think of these things. And turn off my wax. Here, you can accompany me in the in and I'll show you how I leave the studio. First, I'm gonna check the door and make sure it's locked. It is locked both. Then I'm gonna find my coffee cup, which is actually chai. It was chai tonight because sweet Barbara Cameron from Blue Lotus Chai passed last night. Yesterday was the eclipse, and she had such a beautiful announcement and kind of journaling of the last year or so of her life when she was going through breast cancer, and was just so beautiful, sharing with the world about her process and really getting so much out of life is the way that it looked like it. She really lived the last year with her husband, Stephen, and their family, and it was just so beautiful, everything that they shared. And so I had some Blue Lotus chai tonight in honor of her. And yeah, so I'll take my cup back in, but I just wanted to say something about her. I'll grab my AirPods thing for when I sign off, turn off some lights. Right now, my overhead lights aren't working, so I have an array of lamps. Soon I will have, oh, here, one last thing to do. This this mod I just totally made a big mistake with before. So let's see if we can wax that real quick while it's still hot. Yes. And I'll glaze this last one. Clean that up tomorrow. I'll dump that out. Cover this up. Get all the glaze out of this little pitcher guy, if you can still see. And now I'm a different person underneath all of this stuff. So I just take off my take off my rain pants. Rain pants are so great for glazing. Highly recommended. I don't get so dirty when I'm throwing, but when I'm glazing, it's kind of a mess. So there's that. And seeking pleasure. Wiggle, wiggle. I don't know if you can see me at all. So I'll just leave my studio clothes in the little pile for myself for tomorrow. Lulu, are you outside? I think she's at the other door. Okay, I've got my stuff. I'll unplug this lamp. Take that. Make sure that's off. Take my purple hat and say goodnight.